Welcome to the NWMLS Create a Listing Transaction video tutorial in the new version of Transaction Desk. Transaction Desk provides a step-by-step wizard that allows you to effortlessly create a listing transaction. You can quickly select autofill and complete listing forms, store listing transaction documents, upload additional documents to your transaction, and email or send the listing transaction for a paperless signing with Authentisign. To begin, click the Create a Transaction Action button in the new version of Transaction Desk. Then, enter the name of your new transaction and choose a template. A template will automatically add specific contacts, forms, and documents to the transaction. You and your office can create or edit templates by clicking the Setup icon in the far left menu and choosing Transaction Templates. Next, select a listing transaction type by clicking on the drop-down menu. Then you can select an import option, like uploading realist tax data from the county and tax records to autofill in your listing. Then select your role by choosing listing agent or dual agent as appropriate. Then, check the Use Wizard box to create your transaction using the step-by-step wizard. Click Create to continue. In Step 1 of the Transaction Wizard, we'll complete the Details tab. Fill in or edit the property information and listing price, then click Next. In Step 2 of the Transaction Wizard, we'll add transaction dates. Fill in any applicable dates that you would like to autofill into the listing forms. You can also fill in the dates later, or enter them directly into the forms. Then, click Next to continue with the next step of the Transaction Wizard. In Step 3 of the Transaction Wizard, we'll add contacts. Click the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner, then choose Create New Transaction Contact. Add your seller as a contact to autofill their contact information into the transaction forms. In the drop-down list, choose Seller as the contact type. Then enter their name, email address, and keep Add to Address Book checked to save to your contacts. Then, click Save. Click Next to continue with the Transaction Desk Wizard. In Step 4 of the Transaction Wizard, we'll add forms. Select the plus sign icon and click on a folder to expand the selection. Click to select your forms. You can select multiple forms by clicking the right-hand side of the page or clicking on the form name. Then click the Add button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. To fill in the forms, click on a form name to open the Forms editor. Then, type in the missing information to complete the form. Please note, if you enter or change information that is found on other forms, the entry or change will automatically populate into all forms throughout the transaction. For example, if you edit the property address, it will be edited in all forms. To save your changes, click on the File menu and choose Save. If you want to save the form to your computer, rather than saving in Transaction Desk, choose Save as PDF. Then, continue to the next form by clicking on Transaction Forms. Repeat these steps until all forms have been completed and filled out completely until you reach Form 17. Click on Transaction Forms at the top of the page to open up Form 17. Form 17 must be filled out by the seller and therefore will not autofill. After you have finished filling in the other forms for your transaction, select the Form 17 to be sent to the seller and completed electronically. From the email pop-up, choose Send as Link. You can also select a link expiration date if you choose. Check the Allow Changes box and click the contact icon and select your seller's name. If desired, add a message to your client. Click the check icon in the upper right corner to send a link to your client. When they are finished filling the form, your client can simply go to the File menu to save their edits, and the filled-in form will be saved into your transaction. Please note, if you prefer, you can also email the form as an attachment for the seller to print and fill out by hand. Once you receive the completed form from your seller, upload it to the Documents section of the transaction. To exit the Forms editor, go to the File menu. Then choose Exit at the bottom of the list. Then, click the Next button to move to Step 5 in the Transaction Wizard. The final step in the Transaction Wizard is Step 5, uploading documents to your transaction. You can upload additional documents, signed forms, or disclosures that you would like to store online or include in an electronic signing. To upload documents, click on the Add New icon. You can then drag and drop files into the blue box or click on the blue box to access the files to be uploaded. Lastly, to access AuthentiSign, click Signings in the Transaction menu. Please note that you can see the AuthentiSign user guides for details on creating and sending electronic signings. Thank you for watching the NWMLS Create a Listing Transaction video tutorial. For more information, go to the support section of the NWMLS member website for user guides and more video tutorials.